and I'll delete the box. So let's dive into the week one where I created grid. Okay, so I'll explain what's points, primitive, vertices, and polygon. Okay, so if you're new to 3D software, all of these will be new. But if you know 3D, then you will be familiar with these two. Okay, vertices and polygon. So these are called subdivision. So you can see that this is like a wireframe mode. You can adjust that from here. So here you can see it's a wireframe mode. You can see, and all kind of modes. Just a mode like display geometry mode. So flat wired mode is there, but there's different mode. You can just click on it. It's a waste of time teaching. So there's smooth, where you won't see the lines, the wired frame. So if you want to see the wireframe, you have to go for the smooth wireframe. So these wires are the representatives of right now it's a polygon. So you can see that. So you can adjust that. So this, as a newcomer, this is for people who are new, that the higher you see the boxes here, so that's called polygon. So higher the polygon, the higher resolution it will be. For example, so if I middle mouse here, right now this is 10 KB, then almost 11 KB, but if I increase to what, 50, so it will be C145. So, and if I put more, 150, so it'll be one almost 2 MB, not box. Higher the rectangles, the high size it will be. All right, so we call it like high resolution. So this is called high resolution, a kind of high resolution, and this is low resolution. Or other words, you might be familiar with in YouTube and stuff, like low poly model. So this is low poly, very less polygons. That's why low poly. This is quarter polygons. There are triangulate polygons. Quarter, I hope you guys know, quarter is 4, and triangulate is 3. Okay, so that's just that. So now you can see, so how many polygons do you think this have? So we can count together. So 1 2 3 4, 4 into 4, 16, right? So if you go here, you could see 16 polygon. Okay, so these are the polygon, the rectangle thing. And as you increase, so 6 7 by 7, so 7 to 7, so 6 by 6 is what, 36, right? So it'll be 36 polygon. And if you notice, you can see there's a same amount of primitives has come. So what is primitives? Primitives are a unit of geometry. So what is that, right? So if you bring sphere as a default, it will be primitive. Okay, so it will be primitive. So there is no polygon. That's what I meant to say. But this is a geometry, right? It's a unit of a geometry. So you can see this is one sphere, so one unit and one primitive. Will be one primitive. See, it's one primitive. So same thing if you can take maybe a line, or I'll take a line. Okay, so I'll bring a line. So this doesn't have, so this have 2 points. I'll show you where the 2 points are in a minute when we come to what is point. So this 2 point, and there's one line, and that line is one polygon as well. So one polygon and one primitive. So same again, I'll bring a primitive and I'll bring circle. Okay, circle is just, what do you say, just one primitive. So you see, it's a type, the type is one primitive, so there's just one unit of geometry. So one primitive and one unit of geometry, and point, I'll tell you where it is. Okay, so that is what primitive is. So primitive doesn't mean it has to have a like this faces, doesn't need to have a faces, but it so we say this is face. In 3D it says we say face or polygon face. And if you go down, so this is not a face, it is not facing. Actually, this is like, if you see that the color is different than here, this is gray, this is more of bluish thing, so which means it doesn't have a normal. I'll tell you what is normal means. So you can go here, see 36 thing, there is this, and then 49 points. So what is 49 points? So before that, I'll introduce you in the left panel, right panel, you can see a bunch of dots and number kind of thing. So I want you to look here, this. So this is I'll tell you, this is, as you see, it looks like point, right? So like circle, point. So this is point, and this is point plus number. So this will tell you how much, what are the point, the number of it. I'll quickly show you what it is. Okay, so I'll go back. Okay, I'll go back. So now first we go to the, you see, this is, if you hover over, you can see display primitive number. So if you want to see how many primitives are there, you just have to click here. So then it shows you, okay, how many primitives are here. So here you could see that the maximum number is 35. Okay, so that is why that is like 31, 32, 34, 35. Where is 36? There are 36, right? Yeah, 36, polygon 36 primitive. Where the hell did it go? Oh, you see here, you see here, this is 0. Important. I don't know, I'm bad at drawing star. So this is important. Houdini number starts from 0, and the 0 is like 1, you know. So this is like 35 and 1, 36. And if you hover over here, you can see primitive normal. So now we can see points, display points. So here you can see there are 49 points. Okay, so let's display the points. Okay, so now you understood what are points. So that those are points, or these blue things are points. Okay, so now here it says how many, 49 points, right? Let's see, like we have here display point numbers. Okay, let's see how many point numbers. Again, 48. Oh yeah, right. So yeah, 0 plus 48 is 0, means the 1 plus 48, 49. So 49. Ooh. Polygon and primitives are same. It's like primitive is a unit of geometry. That's the only different. So the third one is what? Vertices, right? So there are like 144 vertices. I'll change the rows and color, the number of point. I'll change it because you know, right, it's hard to count. So there are like what, 144, it's hard to count. So I will change to 4x4. Okay, 4x4. So what are vertices? Okay, so I'll tell you what are vertices. So if there's a visual representation, then why would I waste time on telling everything? So this is where it says display vertex markers. Boom. So these are vertices. So every polygon has 4 vertices. Okay, so you can do the math. 4 vertices, and there are 9 polygons. 4 into 9, boom, 36. And then 36 vertices. So yeah, that is what is 36. Of course, every polygon has 4 points, but you know, as it merge, the junction meets, then it will count as 1. So if these 4 are meeting at point, this is the meeting point, so 1. Okay, so that's why a point is less than vertices. Okay, so same with, so if you go here, you can see, come up here, you can see primitive types. There are like so many primitive types, isn't it? There are Nurbs and there are bizarre points. So points, if you click points, there won't be any geometry but just points. See, just points. And if you middle mouse, there's only 16 points and it's all unconnected. It is telling you that it is all unconnected. Like, you know, as I told you, there is a each polygon meets, and that's where one point has come. But here it says like, no, those polygons haven't met because there's no polygon. So it's 16 and there's no primitive. You can see there's no primitive. Oh shit. Yeah, there's no primitive. Okay, and even that started from 0. Okay, so you can, it's all these types are helpful, of course, depending on the situation. Polygon is the most used, and you know, you can see here quadrilateral, you can go triangulated. So even triangulated, I'll give you a quick triangulated primitives. So how many primitives do you think it has? Yes, all these are primitives. So there are what, 17 plus 0, it should be 18. So 18 primitive, 18 polygon. Yes, polygon, but triangulated, not quadrilated. And vertices, how many vertices do you think it has? So everything has 3 vertices. So 3 into 18, 3 into 18, 3 into 18, 54. It should be 54 vertices. See, we're 54 vertices. And points where it meets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So those should be 16 points. Yes, 16 points. So that's how vertices, primitives, and all evolved. I don't know if that term is perfect for this, but you understood, right? Like, what are primitives, points, and vertices, and polygon. So you can see all of this: primitives, points. I can see the point numbers, and yeah, that's it about the, there is no vertices number. Okay, so I will uncheck all of them. What are the use of polygon? It is basically used to manipulate the geometry. So I'll tell you what is it. So I'll select, so this is a select tool. I'll select one of the point or one of the polygon. So how I know this is a polygon? So if you come up here, you can see, you can select. So you come here, you can see, select by points, select by edges, select by primitives, select by vertices. Okay, all right, so I'll show you what it is. So I'll go select, I'll select the polygon, so I can now select polygon the way I want. And if in case if polygon, and if you want to modify, just click, pull it up the way you want. And okay, so now you're like, okay, no, I don't want, so I want to select edges. So what is edges? Edges are these straight lines. Straight lines are the edges. So the edge of each polygon or primitive, okay, that is called edge. So you can select the edge only. So you select it, and if you want to multi-select it, then hold down shift so that you can select multiple. And I select these two. The one yellow came is a selection one, and I'll pull it up. See, I'm just pulling the the edges. Now points, if you want to select the points, then of course go to the point, click on the point, and select the point you want. So there are different types of selection tools. So one is by just going towards the points and finding, or another, if you have a group selection, or like if you want to select multiple, of course there is a shift, but there is one more. It's called, first one is box selection. So you can just box select, box select, and you know, so everything is selected. And you can also go here, you can also, like, there's a lasso select, so where it's like lasso, it's like Wonder Woman's that thing, you know. So you can select that way. And also there is like a brush, so brush will be very useful as, so let's go to the primitive, so the brush will be more visible. So you see that circle kind of, that is brush. And you can increase the size of the brush or decrease by scrolling up and down. Okay, and this is laser. Laser is just like, you know, going through, like, you hold the right left click and just, you know, and if you want to deselect, then hold down control so that you can deselect. Shift is to add selection, and control is to deselect. All right, and of course you can even, you know, bend, or I mean rotate or something. So as you do all of this, you can see that there is a edit node has come. So if you click, so if you want to deselect the complete selection tool, click outside, or select the selection tool and click outside. So you get that. So it's kind of tricky. If you go here, you always see, if you want to get only the gizmo, then you make sure this is deselected. Yeah, there are sometimes it both will be triggered on, so that way you can, if you come across that problem, just click over here or here, and then go back here, and then go back here, or like just try around. There are sometimes bug of, you know, selecting both together. So this is where transform node plays a great role. After your all edits and you feel like you want to move this geometry little up, that's where the transform node plays a good role. So you bring in transform node, and then click over the here, view it from here, and move it. So this is the help of transform node. So these are the manipulating tools. Edit is a manipulating tool. If you right click and go to the manipulate, and you could see edit. So edit is a manipulating tool, but edit is more likely a manual editing. Okay, it's like you have to edit, so it's less used node, by the way. So it's like this is against procedural workflow, so we hardly use edit. We only use it at a time. But if you feel like manipulating this geometry, go to the manipulate, and there are things to play around. Just click, and also there's like polygon, where you can also modify the polygons. If you guys know 3D, so you must be familiar with poly extrude. You can play around with that, and or at least, you know, learn what all nodes are there. Same with the manipulate node there. You can even try, you know, twist. You click on a twist, connect here, just showing you simple method, and go find something and just tweak it. You know, play the origin, just play around. Okay, so that's it. So that's it about you know, Houdini's interface, viewport, nodes, parameters, shelf tools, and the, you know, all the selection, all the wheels, all the selection tools, and very important nodes such as, you know, transform nodes. And what is it? What is object level and geometry level? See, we used all the nodes in geometry level. We did not even go object level. There's only one folder kind of geometry node in it. So that's it to get started with Houdini. Now you can put your hands on Houdini comfortably, because you know what are there in front of you. And yeah, animation also, just play around, just put even you can put I'll click here to set a keyframe and move it, and then again set a keyframe. You can just click here. So see, now you got the animation. So I also talked about animation, timeline, all of these you covered. You are pretty much good to go with Houdini. So that's it. I'm deleting it, and we will start new project from next class on. So thank you. I hope you have no questions. So thank you for watching. Practice, 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 because you will forget. Practice, 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 and also don't be scared to click anything. Just click whatever you can, and if your interface became a mess, you know what to do. Go here, reload. So when you click here and there, there will be a crash happening. So what, your computer is not spoiling, right? So start a new project, start a new Houdini file. Okay, all right then.